Hi, my name's Eric. I'm 31 years old and I'm a police officer. You're probably saying to yourself, that's not very unique. The unique part about me is I'm a police officer for a university, a Big Ten school, University of Iowa to be specific. Now what makes that unique is when I started in 2007, we weren't even allowed to carry guns. We had to get special permission to go be armed if we needed to be for a call. Now we are armed full time. Part of why I want to be on Top Shot is to prove to my community specifically and to the whole country that we're able to do this. We should be carrying guns. There's a lot of people in my department that are very good. I also want to be on Top Shot to show off personally that I can do this. My experience with firearms is actually sort of limited, which is something that I'm very proud of. Before I got my job as an officer 4 years ago, I hadn't really shot guns. I had BB guns when I was growing up, and that was about it. As soon as I decided I wanted to get into law enforcement, I figured that I probably need to learn to shoot anything. Shoot a handgun, rifle, shotgun. After getting through the academy, I came back to my department and took it upon myself to really get after it and study up and learn how to shoot. And in 2 years, I became a firearms instructor, so I teach other officers at my department how to shoot. And I was put on our emergency response team. It's our version of SWAT. And on top of that, they decided that I was a pretty good marksman, so they put me on as a sniper. So I was one of the first people on our SWAT team, and I'm also one of the first 2 snipers in my department. I've hit out to 500 yards, headshots pretty accurately, so that's something I'm pretty proud of. I went from nothing to being a sniper in 2 years. When I got to college, I went to the University of Iowa, which is a big wrestling and football school. I wasn't good enough to wrestle, and I definitely wasn't big enough to play football. And I actually got into cheerleading, which is why I can do the splits and why I can do handstands and shoot. I'm not afraid to try new things. I'm not afraid to get dirty. That's something that we do a lot of at my department, and that's something that I want to practice is different position shooting. It's great that you can stand and hit a target 50 yards away with a pistol, but can you shoot underneath a bed? Can you shoot on top of a car? Can you shoot out of a car window? When I'm outside of the range or outside of a competition, I like to have fun. I like to joke around. I'm very easygoing. But when it comes to competition, I get real serious. While I was in school, when I was in cheerleading, one of the things you do is it's a maneuver called a cupie, and you hold a girl up with one hand above your head as long as you can go. And while I was in school, I didn't lose once. And even several years after, when I came back for alumni games, I still didn't lose. I take this stuff very seriously. I carried that over to marksmanship. I've done competitions with my own department and other agencies, and I almost always come out on top. We do training for our SWAT team. We actually have a retired SWAT, LAPD SWAT guy come in and do our training, and every year we have a competition. It's like the movie Over the Top. Hat turns around, I turn into a machine, and I get after it. I've gotten a lot of training being a police officer. I've been very lucky in that aspect. I've been to a special school to learn how to shoot a patrol rifle, an AR-15. I've been to the Iowa Law Enforcement Academy, which taught me to shoot my .40 caliber pistol. Been to a long-range marksmanship school where I learned to fire my Remington 700 sniper rifle. On top of that, they thought enough that they sent me to armorer's school. When I went through high school, I had a 4-point the whole time. I took that into college. I graduated with my bachelor's degree in psychology. When I got on with the police department, they said they felt like they were kind of taking a chance on me. But once I got into the Law Enforcement Academy, I became president. I was runner-up for Top Gun, I was runner-up for academics, and I won the McCartney Award, which is basically everybody in my class and everybody in the Law Enforcement Academy voted who's the best student in the class. Within 3 years, I was promoted to lieutenant, so that I not only trust my marksmanship skills, but they trust my tactics also. I went to my captain as soon as I found out that I could apply, and I got special permission for the time off so I could be on the show. So if I do get picked, they're going to allow me to have time off. You have to understand that's during football season, and we almost never get time off unless you're getting married or you died. So they thought enough about me and my abilities to let me go for that time period. I go to the range as much as I can. I've brought several people in my family out to the range, and they all enjoy it. It's something that I would be proud to be on the show. I would be even more proud when I came back with the title of Top Shot.